Shit. Okay, that didn't work.
All right, so kind of already started. I'm taking the intake off, taking the JLT intake off, and I'm gonna wrap this plastic portion here with some DEI gold heat reflective wrap. And basically the idea is I'm just trying to keep as much heat out of this part of the intake as I can. I've already got the interchiller blanket and spacers on the supercharger, so this thing doesn't get super hot, I don't think. It's a composite plastic. Generally that won't hold a lot of heat, but like I said, anything I can do to help keep some heat out of the air as much as I can. And then I'll just look and see. Typically my IATs, as long as I'm not sitting like in traffic or something like that, generally tend to only be like, I mean, even sitting in traffic, they're 20 or so degrees above ambient. And so I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna see if they come down any. So I don't know, that's the idea. So I've already loosened this clamp up here. I loosened the filter a little bit because this thing, the way it fits in here is a little snug. So I'm gonna try to take the filter off inside. Well, maybe not. Yeah. Trying to take the filter off this side. There we go. All right, and just leave that in there. Should have put some gloves on before I started. And this guy, hopefully I can just kind of wiggle out. I'm trying not to take the whole heat shield piece out. All right, so this is the composite plastic piece that I'm gonna be trying to wrap and see how it turns out. All right, so I didn't have any alcohol handy, so I used some brake cleaner. Brake cleaner is obviously really aggressive. It took off some of the black shininess of the coating, kind of made it white, which is kind of what I expected. So I really hope this gold foil sticks to it because I kind of just ruined the plastic. So we'll see, we'll find out. Like I said, I mentioned I'm using the DEI. This is what the package looks like. It's the Reflecta Gold product. So now I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it and see how it turns out. All right, well, I didn't claim it was gonna be beautiful. The stuff is very wrinkly, wrinkles up really easily, which is good for forming it around shapes and stuff like that, but not good for making it look super clean and nice. Like, I think the nicest part is on the bottom there that nobody's ever gonna see, except you guys. So, I'm gonna work it in here a little bit more, and then I'm going to cut around the plate here so that that plate's still removable. This sensor is still able to be removed and the plate's not messed with. So I'm just gonna cut it down around the outside there and then flatten it out. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll put it back on the car and get some test data later today. All right, so got the heat reflective on there, got it cut out around the sensor there. I mean, I'm not in love with it, but if it works, I can always clean it up later. So right now, you know, does it work? So let's see if we can get this in here without ruining it. Don't forget to put your fucking hose clamp back in there. Hate it when that happens. Get it all back together and then realize that you're missing a hose clamp. All right, that right there. Put this guy back in. Plug this guy back in. See if we can get the filter back on here. Without ruining it too much. Yeah. Should have cleaned some of this stuff up some more while I had it out. Just gonna general soot and dust all over the place. Planning on going to the quarter mile tomorrow night. Parents are in town for the 4th. We're doing a Friday night test and tune again, so my dad races motorcycles and my mom's always been into fast cars and racing and stuff like that, so be a fun family adventure, I think. Just try to dress these up a little bit, make it somewhat even. Yeah. One of my daughters is waking up from a nap, so I need to go get her. So it's gonna be about all we do today. I wanted to get the engine bay cleaned up a little bit too, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen today. So let's see, unless I can get, maybe I'll bring the daughter out here, let her run around, play in the garage while I clean up a little bit. All right, well, here we go. We got a gold reflective on the JLT intake, and we're gonna see if it works. Been meaning to do that for a while. It's the middle of summer right now, so what better time to test? You can almost still kind of make out the JLT on there. Anyway, video world, that's it for now. See you guys later. So, been cruising around, a little bit of stop and go. It is about 95 degrees outside right now. The intake air temps right now are showing 105. It's about 10 degrees over ambient. So I would say normally I'd see anywhere with the blanket and spacers between 15 and 25 degrees over ambient temp. With this heat wrap on there in addition to the blanket and spacer, looks like I'm seeing about 10 to 15 degrees over ambient temp. 5 to 10 degree drop in intake air temps, which is not bad in my opinion. Also, for reference, I will say before I did the blanket and spacers, it was not uncommon for me to see 60 to even 100 degrees over ambient temperature. Blanket and spacers, great buy. The heat wrap, I used the 2x30, it's 30 feet. I wasn't really sure how much I'd need. I had a lot left over. The heat wrap on the intake seemed to help another 5 or 10 degrees. So I guess in conclusion, it's probably worth it to me. I'm stoked on it. Anyway, until next time, later video world.